What's down here? Can we go down this way? Okay, can't go through there. Can we go this way, through the back door? No, okay. Well, let's go to the cafe then. Oh, no, let's go in there. I said I was going to go and go in this place, didn't I?
The perfect toy for a kid who only had imaginary friends. Maybe Kathy will know something. Or that new pharmacist.
Yo, get out the way.
You move. I'm the one coming in.
Fuck you.
That's enough.
Little jerk.
Kathy and Hugh were both at the wake. I should talk to them. Bug made that for Mother's Day years ago, and Kathy still keeps it with her.
Journal update. It was a Mother's Day gift. Kathy's kept it all these years, even though the colours have faded and her old boss grumbled that clutter didn't belong in a pharmacy. Even Joan says she wouldn't be upset to see it go, but Kathy will never throw it away. It's been there so long it's taken a life of its own. Soon Joan will do that too, take on a life of her own, but that glass jar will stay with Kathy, with the candle inside that's never been lit and probably never will. And we got some more. Dennis behaved like a total jerk last night, slagging off both Nick and Anna to me. How badly did I hurt him? Seems more confident than how I remember him, but also more frustrated. Why do I see so much of myself in that kid? Questioning, relentless, lonely. I wish I could prove it to her that she's wrong about everything. Her dad, Basswood, her life being a dead end. If only. Joe is Anna's father and a former miner. It was Joe's accident that led me to write about the mines, and yet he doesn't hold a grudge. For that, or for letting his daughter down. Part of me likes to believe he sees me as a good man, the other part knows the contempt is just hidden deep. Maybe it's not. Maybe he just genuinely does like you. Too poor to stay, too poor to leave. It would make a good headline for an article. Anna should write about Nicole. It's a real Basswood story.
Not uncommon for miners to end up in those once they get black lungs.
Oh, Sam, you here to pick up something for your, condition?
I have a condition.
Yeah, the one that makes you the way you're always so... you? It's all right, of course. I won't tell anyone. I think I might actually have leaky gut. It's where your intestine starts to dissolve, and your half-digested food starts to leak out into your blood. I'm trying to find something for it, and if it doesn't help, it can't hurt. I'm glad someone took over this old drugstore. Can you imagine? This town without a pharmacy would be like, well, me with a hole in my gut. I'll just check the internet when I get home. It'll tell me what to get.
Okay.
It was nice talking to you, Tara.
Oh, yes. Always.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
Honestly, I don't remember last night. You saw me blackout drunk. Not my finest hour.
I would say not. After your barroom brawl, I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside. And I tried to get you to hand over the keys. But you would have none of it.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
You really don't need to say things like that.
But it's true. The mine was a band-aid on a torn artery. Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
My mom used to say that all the time. Now she only says it a lot.
Sounds like a wise woman. Listen to her advice. Now, you have a good one, young man. Was there anything else you needed, by the way?
I have to ask, why move here, of all places? You know, here, Basswood. A blink and you miss this town. People move out of Basswood, not in.
The town I used to work in had 100 other pharmacies in it. No, you'd make sales. But you don't get to know anyone, ever. Plus, if I'm being honest, I always imagined I'd retire in a small mountain town. Samuel, I saw you talking to Walter. Can you ask him something from me?
Sure thing. What is it?
I knew I could count on you. I was hoping the Basswood jungle could run a piece about me. You see, some of the older folks see me as an outsider still.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'll try and remember to ask next time I talk to him.
I really appreciated the chat, but I'm afraid it's time I get back to work. Do come see me again.
Okay, I like him. Ah, look, we can speak to Cafe. I can't to this. Candy Mole, can't interact with that. Speak to Cafe.
Hey, Kathy.
Yo, Sam. What can I do you for?
What's she going around? She's taking summit.
So, the wake.
None of us were on our best behavior. Nick would have been happy you showed up, no matter how anything else went. I left early myself to go check on Joan. Did you have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
That's not what
I just want her to be a little girl, not a little Sam Higgs, sneaking around and getting into trouble. And now all she can talk about is how you're gonna prove that she's right. Sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't... I don't know what to do with her. She's my daughter, and I feel like I'm losing her. I gotta go. The boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
No one in here was much help.
Oops. Working at Cafe Monster Diary, would like to talk if he's still around. Yeah, we're on the way there now, so might as well go. Meh, meh. Let's go and speak to our ex. There she is, sitting down waiting. Oh God, what's that? Newspaper? A magazine? It's a paper on it. No. An ad. History of Basswood. Have you ever wondered how Basswood got its name and went from a small mining camp to the heart of that modernised Boone County? You can visit your favourite town hall and find out. Oh, they're just gossiping. Here we go. Let's go and get a cup of coffee.
Now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you? Dear, please, could you help an old doddering woman?
You are many things, but not doddering. Plotting, maybe.
Sam, you shouldn't say such things, even if they're true.
Mine Palace. He's going to space out now, isn't he, for like 4 days? I'm not sure how long he spaces out for when he does this. But people do tend to notice him doing it.
Okay, Muley, for 2 points. What is the name of the pink pony on the animated cartoon show Prancers? The super cool one I was telling you about the other day? You know, my favorite?
Polly. Polly Pony?
No, that's her sister. She's totally different.
Then what is her name?
I'm not telling. What if the card comes up again?
You really like to win, huh, Bud?
All right, coffee for you and hot chocolate for the young... Is that a comic about monsters?
It's about Tardigrade Man. He can survive almost anything. His only weakness is his own emotions. He's based on the microscopic tardigrades. It has 8 legs and can survive star radiation.
Huh. Well, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing a young woman should be reading.
She says she's gonna be an entomologist. What can you do?
I am going to be an entomologist. I'm going to study every bug, especially the crows. But tardigrade isn't a bug. It's a microanimal.
Well, good for you. Sounds like just what a young woman like you should be reading.
The way she looked at him then.
Can we play this again tomorrow, maybe?
We can play as often as you want.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Pinky swear?
And then he
If you break
left.
those, you go to hell.
I don't think you're supposed to be using that language.
You can't break this. No matter what.
And yet he did.
You're real intense for a kid, you know that?
Say it.
I won't break the pinky swear, no matter what.
Thank you so much. You're always such a dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise,
I
but...
wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her, because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths. Yeah, well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Oh, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her up. Poor child only has Kathy now.
They said, just be
Far from
nice.
me to criticize or anything,
We
but
can always do a playthrough where we were a
these last
jerk.
few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean. Hopefully this tragedy will be a wake-up call for her to be more present. She should take a few weeks off to be with Joan. I know you would never refuse. Don't you agree?
I wasn't really listening. Oh God.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure if poor Kathy would only ask him for the time. Ah, but look at me. I talk and talk and talk, but you had something to say, didn't you?
Have you seen Dennis today?
Dennis? No, it's odd, actually. He usually stops in for Sunday mornings. Like how you and Nick used to come over from the paper with Anna every Friday. You three always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
It's been, well, you know cruise control? I've been on cruise control.
You might miss it once it's gone. Life rarely lets you coast for long. You look well.
I've been better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go.
There she is.
Anna's here. I should talk to her.
Cost. Right, so the over.
You seem real engrossed.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Just balancing the books. I'm trying to.
You still have Basswood's best coffee?
Ah, honey, you know we've never had that. That's over at the police station. Bess takes her coffee very seriously. Puts mine to shame. She pays out of pocket for real high-end stuff. I'd never make the margins work. Not that my margins have been cutting it lately. Anyway, the past is the past. I just accepted a big business opportunity, which makes tidying up my books in time extra important, even if it kills me.
I didn't think I'd see the day where you'd consider a franchise contract.
Ha! Only the day God calls for me. Have you met Hugh Kirkland already? The new pharmacist. He's helping me with a few improvements. Angel investing. Can you believe it?
I actually can't. What did he ask for in return?
Oh, dear. I can't believe you're so cynical at your age. People in small towns do help each other. Every now and again. That's not just something that happens on made-for-TV movies.
How you doing? You managed to keep the books balanced?
About as well balanced as a snake with 4 balls.
That sounds uncomfortable, at the very least.
Something my grandfather used to say. Still don't know what it means, but it works in almost any situation. It's just been a bit slow in the last few years. All over town, really.
It's just a rough patch. People will adapt. We just need time.
It's not always easy to look on the bright side when you're trying to make it through. But you know us. We always make it through. For example, I thought we'd never have another Miners' Day. Here we are.
It feels strange being back here. I don't think I've been in your cafe in a while.
Almost 2.5 years. Anna kept coming in. You stopped.
You noticed that?
I could tell you 2 dears weren't gonna make it. It broke my heart.
It sounds like you knew before I did.
Gotta have one eye on the customer and one eye on the books. Not that I really want to keep an eye on the books, mind you. Say, hun, would you mind if I finish this?
Oh yeah, of course. Good luck with your book balancing.
Right, journal updated. Here's a strong opinion on my article. Family believes it was a good thing. Maybe the only one in town now. Coincidence didn't grow up here. He's right though. The article really did save a lot of people because a mine work is very dangerous. Okay, Christina owns Cafe Americano just across the street from my old office. Anna, Nick and I used to be regulars. Christina knows everyone in town. She's the gossip hub of Basswood. Serves great coffee with a laughter that can be heard all the way across Basswood. At least it was like that in the olden days. Christina was genuinely kind to me. A sentimental old woman, might be the only person in Basswood who doesn't hate me. Now she's struggling financially like everybody else in Basswood. And there's a few people who don't hate you.
Sam, glad you came.
Of course. I said I would.
I can still be glad about it. I hear you got in a fight after I left the lake?
I was so wasted at that point, it's all just a big, heavy blur.
Yeah. After saying I didn't want to drink, I went home and drank. Long night.
Yeah, sounds about right. We all deal with stress in our own ways. I apparently hit Dennis. Yeah, speaking of, you haven't seen him today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
I'm working on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Go on. Tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in. She might slow me down. Or try to involve the cops. She might do those things, yes. Or she might be someone who you can trust. Who can help.
Yep. We do need help. Hide it. Tell her. Tell her.
I woke up today and my shirt was covered in blood.
What? What happened?
I don't know. Last night, pills and alcohol mixed. It's all a blur. That's why I'm looking for Dennis.
Have you tried the Basswood Jungle? He likes to work weekends.
No, not yet. I'll do that right now.
Sam, is there anything I can do to help? Oh, nah. I'm just gonna do my own thing.